You've probably heard the old joke, money isn't everything, but you have the right to find that out. I love that thought. I love the thought that you and I have the right to create all the money that we want so we can discover for ourselves that money isn't everything. I have a core value, and many successful people have the same value, which is all beliefs turn into knowing through direct experience. So here's my point. I've noticed that the people who hold dearly to the belief that money isn't everything are mostly the people who have never had a direct experience of having money. And they actually use that belief to hold them back from discovering what their greatest gifts could be to give to the world. Remember, money is a tool. It's a tool that allows you to become more useful to all of society. And I love that thought. I love the thought that the best thing that you and I can do for the poor is don't be one. If you're poor, you certainly can't give anything. You can't give money to the poor. So today, I want to share with you the number one reason why most agents and lenders never permanently get out of survival and make lots of money. Hi, I'm Joe Stumpf, and in my 40 years of business, I've come to realize that there is one irrefutable law, that if you adhere to it, it will put you on a path to significance. If you deny it, it will cause you to struggle to get out of survival permanently. Ignore this law, and you may have a good year or two, maybe a few good years, but you'll always find yourself back in survival eventually. And I call this law the law of the list. Your list in business is your database, which is the organization and the systemization and the automation of the names, the addresses, the phone numbers, the email addresses, birthdays, and even anniversaries of all the people in your spheres of influence. It includes all your past clients, all your prospects from all your marketing. And the law states that the most valuable asset in your business is your data that is collected and organized so you can constantly communicate in an intelligent, systematic way. So it's true, money isn't everything, but in business, your database is as important to your success as railroad tracks are to a train. And this has become such a key mindset for me that my first question that I ask an agent or lender who comes to me for any type of coaching or guidance, leadership, and they say, help me, I'll say, well, first tell me about your database. And the response will reveal to me within a few minutes if they are in survival, if they're in stability, success, or significance. Now, for some of you listening right now, this may be the single most important money-making mindset you'll ever embrace if you truly want to create a business that gets on the stability, success, significance track. Actually, it's more than just some of you. The fact is, we've discovered over the last 20 years, asking this question and still asking the same question today, 70% of all agents, all lenders describe their database as in survival. Here's what it sounds like. I'll ask, hey, tell me about your database. And they'll say, well, Joe, I'm just getting started. I'm just starting to organize that right now. My data is scattered amongst my email programs. It's in my phone directory. I have it on scraps of paper in old files, but most of all, it's just stashed right here in my memory. I also hear things like this, that people will say to me, hey, Joe, I've got 6,000 names of people in my mailing list. I got all my prospects, I got all my past clients, I got my farm area, I've got it all together. I've got a few addresses. I got a lot of addresses by a few phone numbers. I've got very few email addresses, birthdays and anniversaries, no. And I don't do much with it. Actually, it's killing me. And I especially hate it when I drive by someone's house and I see a for sale sign in their lawn and I recognize it as one of my past clients. Ugh. Now, am I talking to you right now? Whether you've been in business for 5 minutes, 5 years, 15 years, or even 50 years, and you have not made your database your highest priority, you know, right now, you know, or maybe you don't know, but you must admit right now that you need to make a change that will allow you to create money. and be on a permanent track to success and significance. And it takes willingness. It takes willingness to organize and systematize and automate your database. But it's a non-negotiable. At By Referral Only, right now we have over 2,000 members, and 70% of them, when we first met them, they were in database survival. And when we examined why is that the case? You know, the number one reason was is they get overwhelmed by the technology. They get overwhelmed by the level of commitment it takes to set up and maintain a database. So about 15 years ago, I recognized that if I was going to make a significant difference in the lives of my clients, I had to do something about that. So I started building databases, and it became the most important issue that I addressed. And we made it our number one priority. And as a result, over the last 15 years, I've invested over $2 million into technologies, into systems, into the team of experts to create and build databases to do one thing, to solve that problem for you once and for all. So over the next 3 money-making Morning Joe mindsets, I'm going to describe to you what a stable, successful, and significant database looks like and how it operates day to day in your business. Now, whether you do this with us, do it on your own, or have someone else do it for you, these are the 3 mindsets that will give you a blueprint to get you to permanently be on track to stability, success, or significance. Now, before you go, understand that the process of change, regardless of whatever you're trying to change, if you're trying to change something in your personal life or in your business, it starts with a commitment. The bigger the commitment, the more courage it takes. It takes courage to learn new skills, the skills that are required to keep your commitment. But as you grow and you expand your skills, you get more confidence. And confidence is the byproduct of making commitments that require courage to learn new skills. Making money is a commitment. It's a commitment to yourself that you're going to find the courage to learn and take action on what you must do. Think of it this way. Money isn't everything, but you're going to make a commitment to have a direct experience of creating all the money that you want so you can discover that for yourself. And in business, it starts with your database.